What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas Day. I hope each and every one of you has had a wonderful time spending quality time with friends and family. This is just the best time of year. It's my favorite time of year, and just it's nice to be able to have days off and be able to spend time with family and friends, open presents. And so I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, whether you celebrated yesterday for Christmas Eve or if you're celebrating today for Christmas Day. I hope you're enjoying each and every moment of it. Today I am going to do a Dazzled or Disappointed for you on the new Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow eyeshadows. These were part of the Stila Spring 27 releases, but they did release at Sephora, not specifically for VIB or VIB Rouge, but just across the board for everybody. And so I picked up 4 of them. I want to say there's about 7 or 8, and I did pick up 4. And I have already used 3 out of the 4. And so before we go into my thoughts, pros and cons about the product, I want to give you swatches because these are by far the most shimmery, glittery eyeshadows I have ever come across. So let's go ahead and get started with the fun swatches. Okay, so like I said, I picked up 4 shades. I picked up Smokey Storm. I picked up Kitten Karma, which Kitten, as you know, is Stila's iconic shade. They practically release Kitten in every form, you know, lip gloss, eyeshadow, now glitter eyeshadow. I picked up Gold Goddess, and then I picked up Diamond Dust. So like I said, I've used 3 out of the 4. The only one I have not used is Smokey Storm. But let me go ahead and start with the first one that I used. And I used this one for our date night a couple of nights ago. And it was one of those things where I put it on and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the by far best, glitteriest eyeshadow I've ever used as far as pigmentation goes for glitter. So it comes with a wand like this. Kind of like a doe foot applicator that your lipsticks would come with. And it comes with, in my opinion, once you pull it out of the bottle, it comes with the perfect amount for me, really, for both eyes, because I'll use one side for one eye and one side for the other. Let me show you what it looks like in the bottle. There's the bottle. Look how much sparkle that has. That's crazy. Now this is the silver one, so let me give you a swatch. So I am going to, let me rub both sides so that I can give you a nice large swatch. There's what it looks like. Look at that crazy glitter. It's absolutely stunning, and it's got multicolored glitter. So the base is silver, but it's got like green, blue, kind of holographic colors, which makes it really, really shiny, really, really sparkly. This was incredible. I posted a picture on my Instagram the day that I used it because I was just absolutely blown away. So again, that's what that looks like. This one is called Diamond Dust. Okay, so here's the gold one. That's what the gold one looks like. And so this one's described on the Sephora website as being a sheer antique gold and silver. So it's got some silver sparkles, reflects in there. It's absolutely beautiful. So to you pretty much get enough, you know, product on this doe foot applicator to be able to do to do both eyes. If you're wanting extra intense, just keep packing it on. But let me go ahead and give you the swatch for this one. And again, the silver and the gold on the Sephora website are described as sheer. I found them, then again, I did pack it on top of eyeshadow, but I found it to be very opaque. But here is the gold. Absolutely stunning. Okay, moving on to Kitten Karma. That's the one I'm wearing on my eyes today. I'll zoom you in here in a second. It's a toss-up for me on which one is my favorite between Kitten Karma and Diamond Dust. They're both incredibly beautiful. What I love about this one is it's Kitten, as we know, is that champagne. It's not necessarily copper. It's kind of a mix between copper and champagne. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me tell you what the Sephora website has it described as. Let's see. So the Sephora website has it described as champagne, silver, and copper. So I guess I was pretty spot on there, but let me show you what it looks like in the bottle. Right there. Incredibly pretty. Like I said, it's kind of a toss-up between Diamond Dust and this one as to which is my favorite, but this one is, you could probably get away with not using any eyeshadow underneath this one. I did use a really light wash, but this one on its own has really, really good pigmentation, as you can see. Now, I don't ever think things with glitter and sparkle are never going to transfer onto camera or pictures as much as it is in real life. So as beautiful as these are coming across on here on camera, in real life, I mean, they are the most intense sparkle I have ever seen. And so, and I, you know, that's my thing. I love sparkly shades, and so I tend to purchase a lot of like the Urban Decay Moon Dust eyeshadows, things like that. I love that kind of stuff because I do love standout shades like this. Okay, this takes the cake for sparkle. Just incredible. In every, like, you know, every facet of the light that you turn your hand, I mean, it just picks up the light and just sparkles out of control. It's amazing. So that one's Kitten Karma. Let me zoom you in real quick and I'll show you on my eyes. So that's what that looks like. I am wearing it obviously right there. And I smoked it out. When I used Diamond Dust and when I used Gold Goddess, I ended up doing it across the whole lid. I didn't smoke it out. I just used a crease color. That also turned out really nice. But this is what it looks like. And I've had it on for a few hours now. So that's what that looks like. Lastly, I picked up the shade Smoky Storm. Now, if you're debating whether to get Kitten Karma or Smoky Storm, I think they are similar enough to where you don't need both. Smoky Storm is, it's a little bit darker, and let me just tell you what it's described as on the Sephora website. The Smoky Storm is described as a light pewter and silver, so it's going to be darker than Kitten because Kitten was that champagne, but I feel like they are similar enough to where you wouldn't need both. But let me show you what it looks like in the bottle. So that's what that looks like. You can tell it's a little bit darker than the last one. Still has a crazy amount of sparkle. This is the only one I have not used, like, you know, for the day in my makeup look. But this one also, you probably would not even need any kind of eyeshadow base because it is very opaque in itself. It's got a great amount of color payoff. So that's it right there. So you can tell it's very, it is a pewter color and it is darker than Kitten Karma, but once they dry down, they're very similar. So very, very pretty. That one again is Smoky Storm. So that's all four of them side by side. The glitter payoff, like you can tell, is really amazing. All right, so before we get into my thoughts, let me go ahead and give you the description of what Sephora has them listed as, and that way we can go ahead and go through and I can tell you if the claims that this makes are true. It says it's a brilliant and long-wearing liquid glitter eyeshadow. Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow is a long-wearing sparkle eyeshadow with the perfect blend of pearl and glitter to leave your eyes with incredible luster and shimmer. With its uniquely lightweight water-infused texture, it glides on effortlessly, then dries down smoothly, locking in maximum sparkle with minimal fallout for elevated eye looks. Okay, so having used these 3 out of the last 3 days pretty much, because I've used them ever since I got them in, and it just was perfect timing that they were released right now, just because of the holiday season, because it's Christmas, it's about to be New Year's. I'm pretty sure they know people are looking for those sparkly products to be able to wear for New Year's Eve. And so let's go ahead and go through. As far as it being long wearing, I always use primer, so yes, I found it to be very long wearing. It is incredibly lightweight. I mean, once it dries down, you don't even feel it on there. It does glide on effortlessly. I'll come back to that in a second. It does dry down smoothly. I'll come back to that in a second. Maximum sparkle with minimal fallout? Yes. So the craziest amount of sparkle I have ever seen in any eyeshadow. This, I mean, Stila just, I mean, they took the cake. They, you know, dropped the mic with this one basically, because these are the sparkle is on another level. I can't even tell you. So what I do with those two things that I wanted to kind of come back to, I'll go ahead and give my pros and cons at this point. So in my opinion, the pros far outweigh the cons. Now, there's a few people who are like, okay, this is really too much work to put into this. I'm not doing that. I want something quick and easy. So the fact that they're wet, they are very, very wet. When you first put them on, it's like liquid practically. It doesn't run or anything, it stays. So it does take about 3 or 4 minutes to completely dry down. What I do is I put it on. I kind of like, I don't bring my eyelids super close. I don't like with my eyes wide. I don't know. It's like the weirdest description. I kind of like, it's not like I'm closing my eyes, but still flat enough to where I can just kind of fan it out a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll do that for just a little bit. I mean, for a few seconds. And then what I do is I leave that alone before using any eyeliner or anything like that. I'll go finish the rest of my face, so blush, highlight, all that good stuff. Once I'm done with that, I come back, I do the eyeliner, put on my false lashes, and I'm good to go. So to me, it's not really a problem to have to wait for it to dry. It dries down pretty quickly and I don't have any issues. As far as minimal fallout, yes, I don't get any fallout. Now, I will say that the last couple of days that I used it, before I took my makeup off, I rubbed my eye a little bit to see if any would come off, and it does. So because once it dries down, it's completely powder, it's just glitter. It does come off if you rub your eye, but if I'm wearing eye makeup, I never touch my eye. So to me, that really isn't a, you know, for people that rub their eyes, then really you shouldn't be wearing a whole lot of eye makeup because that could really irritate your eyes anyways. So if you're one that doesn't rub your eye when you're wearing makeup, then fallout will not be an issue. It will stay packed on there all day. I didn't even have to use glitter glue. I mean, this, because it goes on wet, it just really stays. It's no issues whatsoever. Now the other con, I guess you could say, yesterday I took the gold a little too high on my lid, so by the end of the day I did have gold glitter up here on my brow bone. My brow bones tend to protrude a little further out than probably a lot of people's. I'm not sure why, but so I've got kind of a bigger brow bone right here, which is fine. The only thing is if I take certain things up too far on my lid, over the course of the day, they end up kind of up here a little bit. So I did have gold glitter up on my brow bone. So what I did was I went back to the way I had applied it the first day with the diamond dust, and I just ended up taking it a little bit lower than the crease, and I get minimal glitter up here on my brow bone. I probably have like 3 or 4, nothing major, nothing that would turn me off to these. And so you can probably assume that I am absolutely dazzled by these. I mean, to the point where like I couldn't even hold in my excitement. I was like doing a happy dance in front of my husband. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. These are so pretty. Like I cannot get over them. If you love sparkle, if you love glitter, these are for you. And for $24, I mean, I know that's pricey, but there are pricier products. Like, I mean, that Pat McGrath, I know that's not glitter. That's more like a metallic, but oh my gosh, I would hands down prefer to get this over that any day. 1, because of the amazing sparkle, 2, because of the price. And so I bought 4. There are 2 more. Now that I know I love these, I do want to get a couple more. One of them is the rose gold. Let's see, let me give you the name. So one of them is the shade Violet, I think it's Violet Vixen. But it's the purple one, and so my app just froze. But I'm looking to get the purple one, and I'm looking to get the rose, I think it's called Rose Gold Retro or something along those lines. These things are incredible. I would highly, highly recommend, especially if you're looking for a super glam New Year's Eve look. These were released just in time. I would pick one of these up for that. I am absolutely dazzled. I mean, I'm trying to think what the last thing I was absolutely dazzled by. I think I made a video because I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been this excited in a long time. Okay, this is one of those I haven't been this excited in a long time type things. I was not expecting them to release these. It was kind of a surprise type thing. This is everything I wanted those Urban Decay Moon Dust shadows to be. Those things were, I don't own any of them, just because when I swatched them in store, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not spending money on this. These are everything that I had hoped those would be. And so if you were hoping that those would be amazing, then you need to get your hands on some of these. Absolutely incredible. I love them. They just, I mean, they made my holiday that much more sparkly, literally. And so I am so excited about these. I love using them. Let me give you a, these have dried on my hand now. So this is what they look like once they're dry. Absolutely incredible. Look at that metallic, I mean, it's got that metallic look, but it's also the glitter. It's just sparkle. So you kill two birds with one stone. They're absolutely amazing. I can't say enough good things about them. But let me go ahead and give you the verse of the day before I let you go, before I keep on and on and on about these products. Today we're going to go to Acts 28:31, and it says, "He proclaimed the kingdom of God and taught about the Lord Jesus Christ with all boldness and without hindrance." I hope this encourages you just to not be afraid to speak up for your faith, to not be afraid to speak up about Jesus. I know we live in a world where it has kind of become taboo to talk about him, and I just want to encourage you to have boldness, to not force anything down anybody's throat. That's not what we're here for. Just to don't be afraid to speak out about your faith, because that's what we're here for. So I hope this has encouraged you guys. Again, Merry Christmas. By the time I get this video up, it will no longer be Christmas. We'll be looking to New Year's. I can't believe it's going to be 2017, but I do hope y'all have a great rest of your Christmas. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and that way we can go on this YouTube journey together. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.